He laughed too loudly. That's what caught my attention first. The kind of laugh that demands to be noticed. Arrogant, chesty, territorial. It echoed through the living room like a dog's bark in a stranger's house. My kids were sitting on the floor, clutching their toys, confused by the tension they couldn't name. My mother sat stiff on the couch, her eyes flicking between faces, pretending not to see what she already knew. And my wife? She smiled. Too softly, too knowingly. He stood behind her, one hand hovering too close to her waist, as if testing the gravity between them. His fingertips brushed her back lightly, accidentally. The sound that left her mouth wasn't laughter. It was a small, nervous sigh, half guilt, half pleasure. That's when the world went quiet. Every sound collapsed into a single pulsing heartbeat in my ears. I felt my jaw tighten. The mug in my hand trembled. He didn't notice. He was too sure of himself. And when his hand lingered again, this time in front of our children, in front of my mother, I stood up, slowly. He looked at me, smirking, as if I was furniture finally learning to move. I saw it in his eyes. He thought I was weak. He didn't see it coming. The moment my fist met his nose, the world snapped back into motion. But that was only the beginning. Blood pooled at his upper lip. He stumbled back, choking on his own pride. My wife screamed my name. The children cried. My mother whispered something to God under her breath. I didn't shout. I didn't explain. I just watched him, the so-called alpha. The man, she said, was just a friend. The man who helped with the kids when I was busy. The man who understood her better than anyone. It all fell into place like a slow, cold puzzle. The late-night messages, the sudden gym visits, the perfume that wasn't hers. I'd known for weeks, no, months, but I didn't act. I observed. She thought my silence meant ignorance. It meant calculation. And now, standing in a room where his blood stained my floor, I realized something terrifying. She wasn't shocked that I hit him. She was terrified that I knew. Her eyes said it all. They darted between us, searching for a way out, a lie that could still hold. But lies don't survive violence. They rot under it. That night, after the chaos, after the police visit, after the fake apologies and shallow explanations, I began collecting pieces, quietly. I didn't accuse, I didn't demand, I waited. Her phone was my map. Her eyes were my compass. Every pattern she broke, every call she hid, every half hour that vanished into errands, I traced it. Screenshots, GPS pings. One by one, they built a silent case. I found his number under a different name. I found messages deleted seconds after being sent. I found photographs, cropped, filtered, but undeniable. And I found one message that froze me completely. He doesn't suspect a thing. He's too calm. She was right. I was calm, because calmness is a weapon when used correctly. Every smile I gave her after that was loaded. Every good night was a countdown. I wasn't looking for confrontation. I was looking for certainty. And when it arrived, I would decide what kind of man I was going to be. The one who forgives, or the one who ends things properly. The DNA results came on a Friday, a small white envelope. No drama, no warning, just numbers, percentages, cold data. One of our children wasn't mine. I didn't cry, I didn't shout, I simply folded the paper once, slid it into my jacket, and waited until dinner. We sat as a family. She smiled like everything was normal. Halfway through the meal, I placed the envelope on the table. No words. She stared at it like it was ticking. When she finally opened it, her hands shook. Her lips parted, but nothing came out. He wasn't there, of course. He'd blocked her number after the incident. Coward. But I saw her eyes, shattered, cornered, pleading for a version of reality that could still exist. "Say something," she whispered. I just looked at her and said, I already did. Then I stood up. The next morning I invited him. He came, bruised nose, fake bravado intact. My wife didn't know. He entered the living room like a wounded animal, his arrogance cracked. I handed him the same envelope. His face went pale. He muttered something about mistakes, about love, about confusion. I said nothing. When she walked in and saw him holding the report, her knees buckled. The silence between us wasn't human. It was surgical. 2 liars and 1 witness. She tried to speak, to explain, to justify, but words crumble under evidence. They both stood there, stripped of their masks, waiting for me to explode. I didn't. I just looked at the man and said quietly, "Next time you touch something that isn't yours, remember this nose." And then I left them there, together, exactly where they deserved to be. It's been weeks. The house is quiet now. The children are with my mother. The air smells cleaner. I sleep in silence. Not peace, but silence is enough. Sometimes I replay that moment, their faces, the fear, the realization that I'd been ahead of them the entire time. People think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's the sound of footsteps leaving a house you no longer call home. I didn't destroy them. I just exposed them to the light, and light is merciless. The truth didn't set me free. It stripped me bare. But now, when I look in the mirror, I finally recognize the man staring back. He isn't angry. He isn't broken. He's done. And that's worse than hate.